Football is officially over. That means other sports like MMA, like the UFC, are taking center stage, and that's why we're here. Welcome into a very special UFC 258 version of The Early Edge, powered by SportsLine. We're here every single day, 7 days a week, and when it warrants, we bring an extra show into your feed like right here and right now. Let's bring in our resident expert capper, Mr. Ian Parker. You can follow him on Twitter at Ian Parker MMA. Ian, before we get into UFC 258 and your picks, I got to ask you, Bellator makes a big announcement this week. They're going to Showtime. They're coming back in April with a big tournament. What is your take on the announcement from Bellator?
I think Bellator, after being gone for so long, had to make a splash. And they have to separate themselves from the UFC and not just put together the same repetitive matchups. And they did just that. And they're blessing us with round one, making sure this happens with Yoel Romero versus Anthony Rumble Johnson, which should be an absolute banger. I think they did a great job. They got all the right names in there. The matchups are exciting. And the tournament style is going to be a lot of fun as long as everyone stays healthy. So I'm really looking forward to it. Bellator, well done.
And when it gets here, you best believe we will have special shows on the Early Edge for Bellator, not just UFC. We love everybody. Okay. We've got a very special announcement on this show as well. We're going to run a special contest just for you. And one of you out there is going to be a very special winner. Here's what we're doing. The perfect parlay, kind of modified a little bit from our normal show in the morning. We're giving away a free year-long subscription to the SportsLine app. You get all of our cappers, all the sports, all the simulations, which have been absolutely killing it. It's free to enter. Here's what you have to do. First of all, you got to follow SportsLine on Twitter and Instagram. We have to get a hold of you. Period. Now, drop a UFC 258 parlay in the comment section at YouTube. It has to pay even money or plus money. You can't throw a bunch of minus 400s in there and think you're going to win. Really put some thought into it. An even money or plus money parlay, include your Twitter handle, your Instagram handle. You do those three things. We will pick a winner, and I will announce it either Sunday or Monday right here on The Early Edge. All right, it's time to get into Ian's card right here. First matchup, an early prelim play. Easy for me to say. Which fight are you looking at, Ian?
Yeah, we got Miranda Maverick versus Jillian Robertson. Really interesting matchup here. You got the veteran Jillian Robertson. She's on her last fight on her UFC contract, coming off a pretty devastating loss, something she wasn't expecting, against Miranda Maverick, who's one of the more highly touted prospects in the division. This is a fight where it's striker versus jiu-jitsu here, and Maverick is the stronger, better athlete, younger, very, very bright. I think this one is going to play into her favor. She keeps the fight standing. Those elbows are going to come flying. There's going to be a lot of blood. And I see Miranda Maverick getting the win here.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's really a hard one to say. Now, here at the show, we look at the entire card, prelims and the main card. We don't care where we cash. We just care that we cash. Another prelim play that you really like is Gutierrez and Andre Ewell. Which side do you like here?
I do. I like Gutierrez here. I like his leg kicks. I like his cardio. I like his combinations. I like the way he comes forward. Andre Ewell tends to kind of blow his gas tank early on. Second round fades. Third round, he tries to come back with some sloppy wrestling. And against Gutierrez, it's not going to work. Gutierrez's leg kicks are devastating. When you're going against a guy who tries to pressure you quickly, it slows them down, and it slows them down a lot throughout the fight. Gutierrez is going to be the better striker. This fight will stay on the feet. Look for him to get it done.
All right, very good. Now, for those of you who are brand new to MMA betting, it's not like betting regular sports. So you're going to look at some guys and be like minus 400, minus 300. That's a lot of juice. So we like to give you a parlay that Ian feels comfortable in to bring the odds either down or even into the plus money category. And we have a three-way parlay that you really like that brings it at plus 145. What are those three names?
So one of the bigger favorites on the card, Adolfo Vieira. If that name rings a bell, he's one of the best jiu-jitsu guys on the planet. He's been extremely impressive, winning both fights by submission. Fighting against Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, who just got destroyed by Kevin Holland. This fight will go to the ground. Vieira will sub him really quick. Bobby Green against Jim Miller. This fight, listen, Jim Miller's as tough as they come. I just don't see him being able to get this fight to the ground where he may have the advantage. The fight will stay standing. Bobby Green should outstrike his way to a victory. And then we're going to tie in Ricky Simone versus Brian Kelleher. I love Brian. He's a friend of mine, but this is not a great matchup for him. Ricky Simone brings an insane pace. Really strong wrestling. His hands, he's got bombs. I mean, it's crazy how hard he throws for that weight class. So I like Vieira, Simone, and Bobby Green. Rope them into a nice parlay. Three pretty solid favorites, and you're going to get plus 145 on this parlay.
All right, I like it. And finally, we always like to give you if Ian likes it, a pick on the co-main and the main. This show, we're just doing a pick on the main because they are so close in that co-main. Burns and Usman, we've been waiting a long time for this. We really have. When you look at this matchup, how are you handicapping it, and what's your favorite best bet for this main event, Ian?
Yeah, I'll start off with the best bet. I like the over here. Usman's not really known for finishing guys. He's more of a grinder. He dominates them against the clinch, and he goes the full length of the fight. Against Colby Covington, he even finished him at the end of the fifth, and that was the first finish in a little while. So, and against Gilbert Burns, I mean, he's had some finishes, but against guys like Damian Maia, who's 40-plus years old, Tyron Woodley was later on in the fight. I don't see either one of these guys finishing each other. I think we're going to get a dogfight. This is the first time in a long time that you're getting two guys that were training partners. Usman even cornered Gilbert Burns, and they've been part of the same team forever up until Usman left before his last fight. When you have guys that spar together every day, train together, there's not too many secrets left, so you have to really look at style and matchup here. You're going to have a guy in Usman who's just probably going to be the bigger, stronger guy. I think Gilbert's going to have the better hands, and I think Gilbert is going to be the better jiu-jitsu fighter if he's able to get on top. You're also then asking someone to take down Usman, who has one of the best takedown defensive percentages in the history of the UFC and has one of the most amount of takedown percentages in the UFC. So this is going to be a dogfight. Cardio-wise, both guys have shown in the last two fights they can go the distance. I just don't see either one of them finishing. If you had to put a bet on one side, you could take a flyer on Burns, but I think the safer play is that it goes over and it goes the distance.
All right, very good, and very good breakdown as well. Okay, it's that time of the show. You know what we do. The jeweler throws it up, and we give you a full recap of Ian's picks for UFC 258. An early prelim play. I mean, right from the jump. You got to get this one in before the show starts. Miranda Maverick, minus 150 over Jillian Robertson. Then also in the prelim card, Gutierrez, minus 140 over Andre Ewell. Then parlay of the night, Vieira, Simone, and Green, and that will bring you back plus money at plus 145. And our main event wager, Burns and Usman, you heard all the reasons. Over 4.5 rounds, minus 162. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all these tickets straight to the pay window. And don't forget, leave your parlay in the comments section at YouTube and win a chance or get a chance to win a year-long subscription on SportsLine. It will pay for itself because it's free. All right, that's going to do it. For Ian Parker, quack, quack, quack. The Duck Army is here. For the jeweler, our producer, I am the coach. It doesn't matter the sport. It doesn't matter the time. This is always the place for your daily early edge. Good luck.